Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I just want to talk about how we need more of these Dio book deluxe box sets, Obviously I would feel like it would have to be in the same format, I guess the story of how the album was produced, except this time with everything else it wouldn't go as deep, and this starts off his time in Rainbow and then through everything up until Holy Diver. But obviously, it would obviously have to be a remix of The Last in Line, a remaster of The Last in Line, a live show that was unreleased from The Last in Line, and then a bunch of the single versions, like the B-sides included in the singles. Obviously, outtakes and early versions of those songs. I think it'd just be pretty cool. Because it sucks if this would be a one-off, to be honest. At least the first 4 albums, in my opinion, would be pretty cool. Especially the newly done artwork, I think is pretty cool. I would really like to see that, at least in my opinion, Especially since they are kind of technically books, to have them all on a shelf, that'd be pretty cool. Now, as I said, I feel like they would only do the first 3, maybe 4 albums. I'm not sure if they would ever go Lock Up the Wolves or even Strange Highways. Although, being honest, if Magica ever got one, that would be pretty cool. I know the Magica is kind of a random pick. I only really say that because, especially with the lyrics section on, the Magica story, since it now is a book, it'd be interesting, it'd just be written, paragraph by paragraph, as, a actual kind of text in the story, instead of just being, a separate, piece of paper included in it. But yeah, I just think getting more of these would be nice, at least in my opinion, I mean, this was released in 2022, the same year Dreamers Never Died came out, so it was, I guess, to somewhat coincide with that, possibly, but still, maybe even for what would it be since it released in the 80s, the 40th anniversary would have already passed. It's 50th, I'm pretty sure, would be for The Last in Line, because Last in Line was 84, 85. Because Holy Diver was 1983. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like to coincide with the anniversary would actually be pretty cool for The Last in Line. Obviously, I would love to see the other albums. But at least definitely The Last in Line and Sacred Heart. Hopefully they would do Dream Evil, but I'm not sure if they would ever do anything past that, like Lock Off the Wolves. I would definitely love to see Strange Highways, but I don't think they would do that, at least in my opinion. But yeah, it's just kind of my quick thoughts, how we definitely need more of these, especially with the remixes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just my opinion.